Saturn, this year's top vacation spot for masochists and crash test dummies. Saturn is the it girl of the solar system. What is the point of an accessory if it's not visible? Earth brainiacs know so much about what is happening on Saturn, but the why? Well, like a good Netflix murder mystery, it's so far tantalizingly unsolved. One tasty morsel of info is that Saturn pumps out twice as much energy into the cosmos as it receives from the sun. Now, I'm no planet doctor, but that sounds like a clue. Oh, I bet it has something to do with the composition of the core.
Good luck on your mission.
That's right. Today, I'm falling straight into the middle of Saturn. Wait, who approved this idea? No. I have a lunch I gotta do later with, Tom Cruise?
Your calendar is clear.
Rico, you gotta go with me on these, man. Ooh, hey, check that out. Oh, see that cloud pattern on Saturn's North Pole? It's like a massive swirling hurricane, like the ones you have on Earth. But this one is shaped like a hexagon. And as we all know, hexagons are the bestigons. And this one is the best of them all, because it's the biggest. How big is it? The crowd cheers from the sidelines. Well, it's bigger than America. All of it. By like 6 times. It's over 29,000 kilometers wide. And for my fellow chaseheads who don't understand metric, that's like 18,000 miles. That's how big the spot is. So the entire planet? Yeah, gargantuan. Saturn is 10 times as wide as Earth. Second largest in the entire solar system. Only beat out by Rico's ego.
I have not been programmed with ego.
Thanks space for that. Now, interestingly, a few years ago, that windstorm changed color from blue to golden. Scientists aren't really sure why, but I know why. Remember that hit internet sensation about the black and blue dress?
Also known as the white and gold dress.
Literally nobody sees white and gold. Anyways, that meme got to Saturn, and Saturn's PR people wanted in. Another bonkers thing that Saturn has is a storm that legit covers the entire planet. Okay, where is it though?
Storm clock was reset in 2010. ETA of next iteration is 2040.
That's right, like the slowest metronome ever. The Great White Spot takes 30 years to come and go. 2040, you say? Rico, mark that in my calendar, please. Now, those of you who paid attention in space class know that Saturn's biggest, baddest features are its rings. They're 280,000 kilometers across, but only a piddly little 10 meters thick. And I'm gonna fly right through them. Of course, I could fly around them, but come on, that's like going to Paris and not seeing the pyramids. You gotta do the touristy stuff. Beautiful, isn't it? Particles of all sorts and sizes, ice, debris, even remnants of long-lost planets. Fun fact, these rings were found not from outside in or inside out, and so the naming is all wonky. First it's E ring, then G, F, A, B, C, and D. Personally, I would have waited until I got a better telescope to commit these names to history, but we can't all be super geniuses. First up, E-ring. Enceladus, one of Saturn's moons, has been so kind as to donate almost all of the ice and water that forms this ring. Enceladus is known for its geysers that can spew ice and water out of the moon's gravitational pull. And all that water makes E sparkle like a diamond. And this moon is tiny. We're talking 7 times smaller than Earth's moon, but even small moons can have an enormous effect. See, Tiffany, size doesn't matter. Whoa. That is beautiful. F ring. It's the effing best ring, man. Saturn's 2 moons, Prometheus and Pandora, are pulling on F ring, twisting it and causing all sorts of strands and clumps. It's so thin, but so full of character. And because of its composition, mainly ice particles, it has a rougher complexion. Like Rico in high school!
I was enabled first on December 18th, 5295 in Lab A 15009X.
Yeah, robot high school, blah, blah, blah. That was my favorite ring so far. Alright, next up, A. Oh, and there's the Cassini division. The gap between A and B rings, which are those two big bright boys right there. The gap is over 4,800 kilometers wide, and it's caused by Mimas, a tag-along moon that is still so tiny, it's not even round yet. Mimas, get this, is only 400 kilometers, tip to toe. Some distinguished scholars say that it was the inspiration for the Death Star. But some other, even more distinguished scholars might have Googled that idea and noticed Star Wars came out 3 years before the images of Mimas were ever published. Crazy to say that something so tiny could have such a massive effect on the rings of Saturn. But kiss it goodbye, because Mimas is drifting away from Saturn, and without it there, the Cassini division will close.
That will not happen for 40 million years.
Yikes! So, get your vacations to Mimas in now, folks. Time is of the essence! You know, it's awesome that the balance of orbits and moons and gravitational pulls produces something as beautiful as Saturn's rings. It really makes me think about the way that we're all a web of interconnectivity, and how even small things can have an unexpectedly huge impact in people's lives.
Achievement unlocked. Profound self-reflection.
It's like that time that Rico forgot to warn me about a crater on Pluto and I fell and broke my neck. One little f***ing robot, so much trouble.
Rescinded.
Anyways, I'm about to fly through C-Ring, and I gotta be mega careful because Titan, Saturn's biggest moon, creates these gravitational tsunamis. Scientists say they move actually super slow, but I'm not taking any chances with ice walls 2 kilometers thick. Alright, I made it through C. Just one more ring to go, and then I'll begin my descent into the atmosphere. Check it out, I got this sick space balloon that'll help me descend into the atmosphere. Got it for half off from the returns bin. Pretty sick. You might think it's overkill. Chase, just jump in. You did it on Neptune, do it again. I was not fine. It hurt, like being crushed to death by, a planet's atmosphere. Whatever, metaphors are for jerks with feathers for pens.
That would have been a simile.
You know what, Rico? I'm tired of your attitude, dude. Why don't you make like Cassini did in 2017 and intentionally crash yourself into the planet? You might even become some of these rings out here.
Affirmative. As I currently reside in your ship's mainframe, I shall plot us a course to the center of Saturn. We shall become one with the universe.
Whoa, Rico, dude. Okay, that was a joke. I love you, man. More than cows love grass and mooing and, you know, doing stuff cows do. Crashing us into the planet? Of course, we will be doing no such thing. Me and my clearance balloon plan on surviving this one. I peg our chances at around 80%. Oh, is that a rip? Yeah, duct tape fixes that. Here's a little tidbit for your bar buddies. Saturn is like 3/4 hydrogen and 1/4 helium, making it less dense than water. If you could throw Saturn like a rock into a giant lake, it'd float. Rico, read the atmospheric composition.
Calculating. 75% hydrogen and 25% helium with traces of methane and water ice.
You needed a calculation for that? What are you doing with your free time? Now, like a good quality farm fresh onion, Saturn has layers all the way down. First up, a hot, thick atmosphere. Then hydrogen, which is liquid. Then, oh my God, I must be reading this incorrectly. The hydrogen goes metallic? What? Then, unlike a nice quality farm fresh Vidalia, you hit the hot, rocky core.
Entering troposphere. Temperature. Minus 175 degrees Celsius.
I'm feeling the chills. Okay, let's go. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, so looks like I entered the atmosphere around Saturn's equator, and my little windy doohickey is telling me that the wind is going 150, 200, 250. Okay, now it just says error. So I guess it's going really fast. And it's no wonder it's a hurricane planet. This puppy rotates once every 10 and a half hours. For something this size, that's bananas. The equator is actually spinning so fast, it's bulging out around the waist. Like Rico, every Thanksgiving, bam, I got him again! Okay, Rico, if this is gonna work, man, you gotta try and zing me back, okay? This is starting to feel a little mean.
Wind speed, 1,800 kilometers per hour. Probable cause, Saturn's interior heat rising up through the colder atmosphere, creating high-intensity winds. Like Chase, who also is that.
Oof, yeah, you really got me on that one, Rico. I need a minute to recover from that. Did you say 1,800 kilometers per hour? That's like 4 times as fast as any hurricane winds on Earth. I'm really glad I'm not in that. Rico, slow me down!
Calculating.
Calculating? What are you calculating?
Slow down initiated.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick. Oh God. Rico, next time we're about to enter a tormenting wind place, just slow us down to begin with.
Manual override needed to activate wind countering.
Ugh, you're about as helpful as usual. Oh God, what is that smell?
Currently, you are in Saturn's top cloud layer, 100 kilometers below the top of Saturn's troposphere. Cloud composition at this altitude, ammonia and ammonia ice. Current temperature, calculating.
You know what, Rico? I'm good. Cancel the calculation. It's cold. I get it.
Calculation complete. Minus 250 degrees Celsius.
Hey, Rico, did you know that the yellow hue of Saturn is from its ammonia clouds?
Yes.
You know, other than the horrible smell, the freezing temperature, and Rico's inability to use a calculator, this place isn't that bad. We moved away from the equator, so the wind's a little slower. The pressure is, Rico, give me a pressure reading.
400 millibars.
That's like 40% of Earth's pressure. Honestly, I'm chilling.
Entering the second cloud deck.
Rico, another pressure read.
1.7 bars.
Oh, okay. That's not that bad. That's like just a little bit more than Earth. All right, let's keep going down.
170 kilometers below the troposphere. Temperature reading, minus 70 degrees Celsius.
Oh God, it smells even worse here. Oh God, what is going on?
Ammonia hydrosulfide detected.
Oh, great. My 2 favorite scent combos, together at last, urine and fart. Chef's kiss. Oh, my sinuses are starting to burn. If I just don't use my nose, I can get through this. I guess this planet is just getting stinkier the further I go. Yeah, I'm still waiting for Chanel number 5 to make a planet, but it's getting a little warmer in here, so soon it'll feel like a tropical vacation.
You are 220 kilometers below the troposphere. Temperature reading, 0 degrees Celsius. Pressure reading, 10 bars.
Ugh, looks like I hit the thickest part of the clouds. Last I checked, this stretch was 10 kilometers deep, and basically water ice with a sprinkle of ammonium droplets. What's happening?
High pressures causing balloon deflation.
Oh, okay. So I guess when I came up with this balloon idea, I was thinking about descending into the planet. And I forgot to think about ascending. On the way back out. Yikes. 17% of Saturn is the gas part. The rest? Basically an ocean, except instead of water, it's liquid hydrogen and a bitty rocky core at the center.
Currently 500 kilometers below the troposphere. Pressure is 1,000 times higher than it is on Earth. Almost as high pressure as the air Chase uses to oxygenate his blood.
Are you trying to say I'm full of hot air?
Affirmative.
All right. I mean, yeah, I guess we're getting somewhere. Not bad. Ugh, man. What is up with this atmosphere? Oh, this is really unpleasant. It's hot. It's hot and it hurts. It's hot. It's so hot and it's a liquid, not a gas. It's hot and it's counterintuitive too. Rico, calculate temperature, please.
Calculating. 730 degrees Celsius.
Okay, and how's my balloon doing?
Heat and pressure accelerating balloon deflation.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. That's not good for Chase Boy. Oh, no.
17% inflation.
Oh, man, if only real inflation rates would come down this quick, I could buy eggs again.
13% inflation.
Okay. You can stop now. Seriously, next time I'm installing a reinflate feature, or a go-up feature, or a grappling hook. Something!
0% inflation.
Huh? Ah! So this is what falling through 60,000 kilometers of liquid hydrogen feels like. This pressure is awful. My gauges are predicting that this will go as high as 2 megabars? That's like 2 million times the pressure on Earth. At this point, atoms are under so much pressure they literally cannot hang out in their regular form. The pressure is so great, it flattens these atoms so much that the electrons create an electrically conductive layer of planet. Metallic hydrogen. Best band name ever. This layer is 30,000 kilometers thick. Go.
Almost as thick as Chase.
That's it, buddy. You're getting the hang of it. But I was hoping for the temperature reading.
Temperature reading 5,700 degrees Celsius.
Oh, Rico, do not malfunction. If anything in this suit zaps, I'm gonna get fried. Oh, Rico, we found it. Oh, man. Oh, God. Okay, let's just read the composition and then get out of here, okay? The first people to see Saturn's core. This is awesome. Oh, Rico, come on. Help. Rico, just get the retract. Oh, that wasn't so bad. That was just. Oh man, I almost made it, but then I died. Who'd have seen that coming? Not me, that's for sure. Well, I guess we just gotta take the wins as they come though, right? Thankfully, I was in my Mark III spacesuit, so I was able to make it this deep. Back in the Mark II, I would have been squashed like an avocado a long time ago. So, Saturn was an interesting adventure, but I'm not ready to put a ring on it. I've got other planets to survive, and you won't want to miss next time when I will definitely survive.
That will not be accurate.
Boom! Rico, my man! At it again! Subscribe to see who's right. Bye.